Yeah, so...
Sylvester, So in this part, again, if you are joining us, you are watching Diaspora Scholars TV, the story of Sylvester Makobi, who is a student at Indiana University Bloomington, taking a doctorate of music. Yes, so Sylvester, you told us, in high school you started even teaching music. You teaching the choir.
Yeah, well,
even before you did your O-level exams.
Yeah, I don't think I taught well, and I apologize if I don't know what I was teaching. but
your passion, your interest, and probably your DNA, your mom was a choir master, mistress, right? Your dad was also doing music. He even went to become a member of the Presidential Commission of Music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, after any music teacher you remember in high school,
Yeah, well, Miss Cathedral, of course, and then in choir, there was a choir, Mr. Steve, who came and taught us there, and I learned a lot from them just observing. And then also Mr. Demenge, who also actually gave me my first job after school.
Demenge?
Yeah, my first teaching job.
Mr. Demenge is still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What job was that?
It was teaching music. So I was teaching beginner piano and voice at Jonathan Glogg Academy.
That's in Nairobi?
Yeah, that's in Nairobi.
Oh.
Yeah.
So eventually he had left Senior Chief Koinange High School and he was now doing other jobs in the city.
Well, he was still teaching there. But he was also, because sometimes in music, it's good also to diversify what you do. So you're doing this particular thing here, and then you're teaching and you're publishing, you're recording. So
where did you learn the piano? You had learned in high school or from home?
In school, because we had to take a Western instrument. And mine was voice, and then I had started taking piano lessons. And of course, when we talk about university, is also a similar thing. And in high school, we had to do Western music and Kenyan music. So the exams included singing classical, European, and also folk songs.
Wow.
In fact, one of my mentors and my supervisor in Kenyatta University Masters evaluated me in high school for my exams.
Wow.
Then
you moved together,
And he's actually now at IU. So it's just...
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Dr. Shitani, Dr. Wilson Shitandi. So
Dr. Wilson Shitandi taught you in KU?
No,
in high school?
He taught me in KU, but he evaluated me in high school.
Wow.
And then I remember there's a story he says, he called my dad after my exam, and he said that young man is going places.
Dr. Shitandi is at the Indiana University as a professor.
Yes.
He evaluated you at high school.
Yes.
And he said you are going places.
Yeah.
That place was supposed to be the place where he is right now.
I know. I mean, it's a whole situation.
I mean,
So,
with the benefit of hindsight right now, it's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we do these, folks. This is the story of Sylvester Makobi. He tells us in high school, one of his mentors or evaluators in high school is right here at Indiana University now as a professor as well. Oh, my God. We can't make this stuff up. So you left high school.
So
before that,
I left high school, in fact, so I was so into music and also enjoying my life in high school.
You focused a lot in music.
In music and also having fun.
I mean, music is fun.
Yeah, and also just enjoying life. And so I didn't perform as well in other subjects, such that I could not get at a university.
Oh, so you didn't get university admission at your first attempt at Senior Chief Koinange?
Yes, and I mean, I can't forget a teacher who, because it's odd, we have our grades on a notice board. And the teacher looked at me and he laughed. He said, "Hey, Makobi, wewe ni D, hapa tu ndio ziko. Na A muziki, it's just D's and you have an A."
You were so passionate in music that the best grade, of course, grade A, was music.
Yes. And then,
so focused in it, and the others
some of the others were just
not
there. So the teacher was like, hey, D, wewe utakuwa daktari wa muziki.
Wow.
But he was doing it as a joke.
As a joke?
Yeah. And I just said, okay. But after that, again, I talked to my mentor, the late Mr. Henry Kuria, and he said, hey, what are you going to do? And he sat me in his office and said, hey, you are smart. I've taught you. He even introduced me to, because I was doing plays too, he even introduced me that the way you grasp things, you are smart. And whatever you decide to do, you'll be good. What are you thinking? And then I talked to him. I said, I think I can do better. And then we talked and said, yeah, okay. Then if you want me to talk to your dad or you can talk to him, we can make this work. So
wow.
I decided to go back to school.
Hold that thought. You know, as you are talking, I kept on thinking, you know, you seem to be inspired by teachers. And you take the positive side of those comments as well, irrespective of the way they are. Because earlier on, you told us there's a teacher who told you that boys can't sing.
Yeah.
You ended up not only singing, but excelling in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's this other teacher who told you that, hey, look here, you have D's in these other subjects. You'll become a doctor of music. That was sarcastic.
Yeah.
You turned it into the reality, into becoming very soon, this year probably, as you're going to become a doctor of music.
Yeah. Praying for the best.
That's why we do these things, folks. You are watching Diaspora Scholars TV. We'll bring you stories about students and scholars who've left their motherland to come to the U.S. and overcome various challenges to become who they are. And again, they are not stopping here. Wow. Okay. High school, KU. KU is Kenyatta University. Mm-hmm. What did you do at Kenyatta University?
Just going back, because
yes.
you don't want to talk about yourself, but I must say how you are a great impact.
Oh,
when I went to Vihiga High School.
You left Senior Chief Koinange,
yeah.
You know, after, you know, it didn't work out really well.
Yeah.
Then you came to Vihiga High School.
Yes, I came to Vihiga High School, and in fact, my parents had said, hey, now, hii muziki punguza. And I mean, all through, my dad had not like taught me music. Mm-hmm. In fact, he just kind of wanted me to find my own way.
Yeah.
So I came to Vihiga, and what was my first stop? The music department. So again, I started teaching the choir there. We went up to nationals, and
yes,
but I studied, and then I met you as my chemistry teacher.
Listen, folks, so this is a surprise for you. We saved this for 2025. Sylvester Makobi was my student. I taught Sylvester Makobi chemistry at Vihiga High School. Isn't it amazing? He didn't do chemistry. He didn't do chemistry, but I can tell you he did really well as well. Yeah. And at Vihiga High School, I want it to be your own words. Go ahead.
Yeah. At Vihiga, that was definitely making sure I get good grades all overall for me to get university admission. Because in Kenya, you can't. It's hard, even if you're talented, even if you're the best footballer, sometimes you don't have things that allow you to follow your passion or talent. So I had to go back, and but it was also a blessing for the people I met, studying with you chemistry, and like, yeah, I must pass this. And
you had to pass. And if you want to find out what kind of a teacher I was, thanks to Makobi, I mean, find out more from him, and you'll be amazed. Comment down below if reach out to Sylvester, but you can see, like, we didn't stop there, right? I went ahead and earned a PhD in chemistry. And, you know, Sylvester is one of my students who also went really far. And many others, indeed. And if you're watching and you are my student, please comment below, either in Kenya or the US or indeed in Rwanda. I've taught many school, colleges, and universities as well. So, and that's why I do this, folks, to inspire folks to become really great in their lives.
Yeah, I must say when in Vihiga High School, at that time I was also singing with the boys choir. And
Yeah, you did, yeah.
traveling to different parts of the world. It made people really inspired, and I was also very happy knowing that as much as Daktari was a good teacher, I won't be in school when he's on duty. So because you'll not find anybody outside.
No, that's it. And I mean, you can keep saying it because I've had this many times. And you know, when for those of you who are in the US, you may not really know this, but when a teacher is on duty, you are literally controlling the school programs, and that includes ensuring students are exactly where they are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he says it. Keep talking.
So you are avoiding any contact, because if you see Daktari, then Mr. Ndombera with a Bunsen burner,
there you go.
It's a danger zone.
Yeah, I remember conducting chemistry practicals on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And you know, we were so determined to inspire students, and many of them actually call me. It's amazing, you know, Sylvester, that there are people I know all over the world. You know, the students I've taught, I know I have students in Japan, Australia, the UK, and all of them still, you know, with the benefit of hindsight now, they say, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you inspired us, and it's really humbling. And even when we met, you know, in the US, it was really a humbling experience. And I was like, oh, my God, this is real. I hope he doesn't get a PhD before me.
No, but it's also inspiring seeing your teacher going to an extra level. Like education doesn't ever end.
I was a disciplinarian, folks. I used to I was really making sure things work out. And, you know, many principals, you know, the principal that time in Imulikani, you know, we even talked last week.
Oh, okay,
yeah, we did. You know, his kids, two of them are in Australia.
Yeah.
And one of them, you know, we are trying to find a way for him to come to the US.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, you know, he retired.
Yeah.
He retired. And, you know, he was telling me that every time I was on duty, he would not even worry. He would stay in his house. He was like, oh, Fidelis is in charge. And I'll tell you a story, you know, maybe this is a time, you know, is a time when to share a bit of mine story as well. You know how I came to Vihiga High School?
No.
It's because we had a chemistry, a biology project that won the science fair. We called it Science Congress. It won at the national level.
Yeah.
It was literally my project, but of course actualized through the students. It was such a good project that, you know, it was taken to be shown at the International Trade Fair. You know, all expenses paid, you know, me and those two students, because it was a really noble project where we were making some kind of fertilizer based over, you know, waste, like human hair, where we could do some reactions for it to produce urea. And then we came up with a concoction of a solution that was very good solution fertilizer.
Wow.
So that project won at the national level. It was taken to the Nairobi International Show, where it also won awards. We were also invited at the University of Nairobi to exhibit at, you know, the Faculty of Science, you know, day. And eventually, the JICA, through Japan, had actually invited us, the students, also to take it to Japan. So we really got inspired. You know, the school principal of Vihiga High School got inspired by this. And eventually, that's how I ended up, you know, coming to Vihiga High School, because he said, like, I must have this teacher on my staff. But that is a story of another day. This is a story of Sylvester Makobi. We'll be right back. That it went real quick.